Hi, welcome everybody. We're going to call this meeting to order. So could you please stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance with us? Thank you, everyone. And I think we're going to start with Superintendent Freeman, but also I just want to remind everyone to talk directly into the microphone, like kind of feel like you're on top of it, because if you're in a Zoom, you cannot hear anything. I have experience firsthand.
All right, well, welcome, board members. I would also like to give a shout out and welcome to our audience. It's great to see so many students and families here to celebrate our students tonight. Come in on a beautiful sunny day. I just really appreciate you making the effort. It's important to our students. I would like to add a couple things to tonight's agenda. So first off, we have educator Kathleen Cole, who wants to bring drama to us, or she has drama or something about drama. So if you could put her right after the communications to the board, first thing, that'd be great. And I believe that's it on the changes.
Okay, so I guess Kathleen Cole then. Bring us your drama, girl.
Hi, my name's Kathleen Cole, and we know each other. So it's super cool to see all of you. I would just say, and it's really nice to see you guys too. And that is good. So I'm here to talk about the play. The play is always super exciting, at least for me, and for the kids who are involved in it. Right now we have about 20 kids. It's a big show. It's Robin Hood. And you've seen that before, and yeah, and it's definitely worth seeing. I would just say I am really, really excited about it because I think it's a good story, and it's nice to have this many kids who want to be in a play. So I feel really, really excited about it, and I feel like it's gonna be really awesome. So the only other thing that I would say is it performs on the 23rd, so a week from today, the 24th and the 25th. It's down at the stage that I like to call the house that love built. And because we all love performing there. It's so good. And I would just say, come on over and see what we got. I will say it's probably 2 hours easy. It'll start at 7 and it'll be over, if we're lucky, at 9:15, and that will, mathematically that doesn't really add up, but you know what I'm saying. So there you go. But I'm super excited, and I'm hoping that I have a student who wants to wait just one moment. Guys, that guy is the building. You're having a party without me? That guy? We've met, right?
Nope, you must be thinking of someone different. I'm Forrester Jackson, which means I'm like a police officer. For good King John, I'm here to hand out some tickets.
I happen to have some that you can hand out.
Thank you.
Okay. I feel like last time you were here, you were going to hand out tickets. Instead, you said citations.
Citations? I couldn't have said something that dumb. That would have ruined the whole joke.
It sounds backwards.
Thank you. I guess you did bring your drama. Okay, I think we have the elementary student report. Olivia?
Hi, I'm Olivia Odell. Thank you for having me tonight. Just a few announcements tonight. The JBC Easter egg hunt is this Saturday at 5 p.m. at the elementary. We have partnered with the ESD to host a family STEAM night on our April 24th in the GES gym. I will be back next month with a report on outdoor school and other great things happening. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay, middle school report. We got Lincoln? Or,
Sorry.
okay, sorry. We got the Lincoln switcheroo.
Okay. Hi, my name is Audrey Odell. I am a 7th grader at Glide Middle School. I will be sharing the middle school student report tonight. The track and field season is underway, and Glide athletes are showing the Little Fur League what they've got. The Wildcats hosted the first meet of the season, and both the boys and girls team took first place in the relay race. We have a great turnout this year with around 30 athletes and are looking forward to an exciting rest of the season. The week after Easter, we will be doing an Easter egg locker decorating, dress-up days for the week. Tuesday is Earth Day, Kahoot, and Hungry Hungry Hippos game for our Thursday assembly. We finished up science state testing before the spring, and we are now focused on math, and then we will move on to language arts. Finally, tonight we have the latest copy of the Wildcat Journal for each of you. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay, I think we're doing the high school report. Noah?
Hello.
You look familiar.
Familiar? I haven't been here yet. Yeah. I'm Noah Eichenbush. I'm a senior here at Glide High School, and I'm here to do the high school report. Baseball and softball started league play on Tuesday. Both teams had a good start to the season in their non-league games once the rain finally let up. It was raining a lot. The baseball team went into league play ranked 11th in the state according to OSAA, and the softball team was ranked 3rd. It should be a great season for both teams. Glide athletes came out in droves for track and field this year, with nearly 50 high schoolers competing for the Wildcats. With just a few meets under their belts, Glide High School record, too, have already been broken by freshman Colin Groth, breaking the 1974. That's a long time. And as a freshman, he broke it for the long jump, and I believe I was told the 200 as well. So that is awesome, especially from a freshman. We can't wait to see what the Wildcats can do this year. All 6 members of the OSET team qualified for state in at least one event. The team will be competing May 8th through 11th at Deschutes County Fair and Expo Center in Redmond. Prom is scheduled for May 3rd at Tarringer Farm. Our theme is Once Upon a Time, and we are really looking forward to this event. I got my suit today, so I'm super excited about that. We wanted to say thank you to Mrs. Hopkins and Mrs. Damewood for organizing this event, along with the many amazing volunteers that are either helping by setting up or donating materials. It is going to be amazing, and we couldn't do it without them. FFA will host a plant sale on April 26th and 27th from 8:30 to 2:30 in the greenhouse. Ag Mechanics will be hosting a weld certification test on April 23rd. Local professionals from Airgas will be here to assess and provide initial certifications for our students that demonstrate the industry standard. Our concert band has been competing this spring, and I believe this may be the first time in years our band has actually been able to compete. They came up just a little shy of state qualifying score, but Mr. Perini is super proud of the band's growth and development this competition season. It's always great to hear them. They're getting really good. Just a reminder that graduation is Sunday, June 1st at UCC at 1 p.m. I hope you are able to join us. And that is all I have. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you. And now the moment a whole bunch of you have been waiting for. SB Awards time.
All right, for those of you that have not been here before, what we're going to do is read off your student's name and a short statement about them, and then you'll come up and get a picture if you want, shake everybody's hand, and then afterwards we'll have you come up and get t-shirts. So we're going to start. All right, sorry, I was like, normally we start with the high school. So we're gonna start with the high school for 12th grade, Ben Atkin. All right, as a senior, a lot of seniors are struggling to show up here, obviously. Ben has been finishing his senior year strong. He has been working hard to do well in chemistry, showed an immense amount of interest in the labs he experienced in Seattle, which was a trip that they just took, and has been spending time researching how to make his goal of becoming a doctor a reality. Congratulations, Ben. For 11th grade, we have Logan Sandoval. Yay! Logan is very responsible and can be counted on to accomplish hard tasks. He is also respectful and has a great attitude. Logan never turns down a challenge, and he is a joy to have around. He always seems to find a way to make others smile. Congratulations, Logan. And for 10th grade, we have Becky Roberts. Awesome. Becky is a joy to be around. She is constantly making those around her smile and laugh. She brightens any room she enters and is compassionate and considerate of others. Congratulations, Becky. For 9th grade, we have Jackson Donovan. Okay. Jackson works hard and has a positive attitude and is respectful and kind. He is conscientious about doing his work well and always has a valuable contribution to class discussions. Jackson is also always willing to help other students, and he is a model student in all that he does. Way to go, Jackson. All right, for middle school, for 8th grade, we have Joe Kircher. Joe has a natural curiosity that pushes him to explore science beyond the classroom. He's always asking great questions, making connections, and diving deeper into topics just because he wants to know more. His excitement for learning is contagious, and he's not afraid to think outside the box or tackle tough problems. This kind of curiosity will take him far, not just in school, but in whatever he chooses to do in the future. Congratulations, Joe. For 7th grade, Ethan Messingale. Ethan is doing an awesome job during his first year of middle school. Not only is he excelling in his classes, but he is kind, polite, and a wizard at Cetra, a map study tool. His artistic talents are exceptional and his sense of humor is fabulous. Great job, Ethan. The best years are to come. And for 6th grade, Briella D'Angelo. Briella only recently joined us here at Glide, but in her short time here, she has demonstrated incredible and consistent respect, responsibility, and kindness. She is a bright student, a wonderful friend, and a caring member of our school community. Briella is a hard and diligent worker, as well as positive and helpful to people around her. She is a great addition to the Bobcat family. Congratulations, Briella. And for 5th grade, Jason Parazu. Jason is constantly searching for ways to grow. He is engaged during whole group interactions and is willing to share his knowledge in small groups. You should hear him read with expression and enthusiasm. Jason is also a brilliant mathematician who never gives up but thrives on challenges. I am so proud of the strong student that Jason has become. And I will also add that my woodshed is almost completely full because he is such a hard worker. Congratulations, Jason. I just will note that Jason and the next are both distant relatives of mine, so this is also fun for me. For 4th grade, it's Clementine Black. So Clem is such a great human being. She is smart, kind, hardworking, and friendly. At school, she excels in all subjects, and she is especially strong in creative writing. She is loyal and respectful to anyone who is lucky enough to call her a close friend. Outside of school, she is a talented athlete who competes in gymnastics, as well as a supportive, helpful member of her family. This girl is wise beyond her years, and our class is so blessed to have her. Congratulations, Clem and Tyne. I will also add that seeing her tumble just makes you, it's incredible. So she's got great skills. For 3rd grade, Wyatt Atkin. Okay. Wyatt is a very hardworking and kind guy. He enjoys looking at math problems in new ways and can teach others what he discovers. He is very respectful to everyone he meets and quietly observes what is happening around him. When Wyatt shares, deep and meaningful things are revealed. Wyatt is an amazing example of the successful person in all that he does. Congratulations, Wyatt. For 2nd grade, Claire Oliver. Claire came to the GES a few months late into the school year, but ever since then, she has been a leader in our class. Claire consistently shows determination, friendliness, and integrity. I really enjoy Claire's attitude towards life and her willingness to reach her goals. Congratulations, Claire. And for 1st grade, Briley. Okay, Briley Philpott. So say it again, Tammy. Briley. Okay. Briley is an eager learner who listens, follows directions, and works hard. She enjoys math, reading, writing, and is doing very well in these subjects. Briley treats others with respect and consideration and is a leader in the classroom. Way to go, Briley. And for kindergarten, Stetson Atkins. Stetson has shown considerable growth this year, both as a learner and as a leader. He focuses on his tasks and works really hard to do his best work in all of his classwork. He has also really shown a lot of growth as a problem solver, self-manager, and as a helpful and caring classmate. Congratulations, Stetson. Okay, and then just as a reminder, we're going to have a pause, and then students can come up and get t-shirts, and parents, please feel free to come up and help them select the size so that they get the right one.
All right, I think we're rolling back on. Okay, so I think we're looking at the consent agenda. So I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I will move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second it.
Okay, excuse me, all those in favor? Aye. Okay, motion passes. And integrated programs application?
Yeah, thank you. So by statute, every year, superintendents need to present to the board their plan for spending money through the integrated guidance funds, and I'll get to that in a minute. This is listed as a discussion, but at the end, I will need a motion to approve our plan, and then a second, and at that point, you can ask questions. I have the two experts sitting in the audience that hopefully, if you stump me, they can back me up. And then I need you to approve our plan, and then we'll put that on our website. Behind me. Right there. All right, so the integrated guidance was ODE's attempt to consolidate all the different fund applications that we have to do. And I think they did that, but it is a process. And we have diligently went through this process with the help of Amy Rose from the ESD. She's actually been a godsend for us. Tammy has gone through this several times, and she's very intimate with it. And Carrie picked it up right away and supported this year's plan. The integrated application is based solely on our strategic plan. And so that's why you see that screen above you. It incorporates 4 main funds, the EIIS, so Early Indicator and Intervention Systems, the SIA, which is the Student Investment Act Fund, the HSS, which is the High School Success Funds, and the Early Literacy Grant. Those all should be pretty familiar to you as we talk about those all the time throughout the year. For the 25-27 biennium, GLIDE stands to receive $2.1 million. For 25-26, we'll receive $1 million, and 26-27 will receive $1.2 million. That doesn't add up to 2.1. 1.1 on the second, not 1.2. I don't know why I wrote that down. Sorry about that. I have lots of experts that help me. So this plan is going just to highlight, we're not going into the weeds, we're going to be very high level on how we're going to spend those funds. So our first outcome is the early literature outcome, and that's where we have to spend our money to improve K-3 reading. And here we're focusing on high dosage tutoring provided by licensed teachers in small groups. And high dose tutoring is in addition to their regular core instruction. And this is where we'll test students to see where they're at. And if they qualify, then they get extra support to raise their reading ability. The next bucket is well-rounded education for all K-12 students. This bucket of money we spend, or we focus on college and career readiness activities. And this is also where we can spend money on helping our staff gain skills through professional development. I think we have to wait till a motion. The next bucket of money outcome is to ensure high quality instruction for all based on student needs. So on this one, our professional learning is focused on how do we ensure that our data is quality data, because we want to make decisions based on good data, and how that data then supports what our instructional practices are. Our next bucket deals with safe and welcoming environment. As you are well aware, that's been one of our shining North Stars that we've been focused on this year. These funds help support that culture by encouraging and growing student engagement and increased activities for family and community involvement. And again, you've heard me talk about how Glide does a really good job of including kids with extracurricular activities and involving our community in different activities. Our next outcome is focused on maintaining and exceeding ninth grade on track. Glide has a very strong reputation of ensuring that our kids are on track to graduate. This is a great indicator on how students are going to do. If we know in ninth grade that students are on track, the likelihood of them graduating is a lot higher than if they're not on track. If they're not on track, then we need to make sure that we have supports in place to help them. And those supports include credit recovery instructor, it funds tutors to help struggling students, and then it ensures access to a wide variety of extracurricular activities. You've heard me talk a lot about the relationship between extracurricular activities and doing well in school. And our last bucket that we're going to present tonight is increased academic and experience-based opportunities for 9th through 12th grade students. This is where you'll see money spent on our CTE programs and our STEAM classes. It expanded options in all academic areas, including CTE, and then our college and career tour opportunities. So that is my presentation. And so with that, if you would make a motion to accept that in a second, then we can get into questions.
So I'll move to accept the proposal for the integrated program administration application.
I'll second it.
Any questions, discussion?
So what percentage goes for you?
Okay. I don't know if we'd have to run the numbers.
And so what I guess I just also have questions about this. We're approving the application, but I don't know what's in the application.
So the application is just what I read to you. So so do you want to know the exact dollar amount
Well,
for
I have
each?
curiosity about like what is the breakdown of like in each category we're going to invest this amount of that overall amount, or does it not broken down that way? Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to figure out I mean, I feel like I'm.
Keep talking your question. So
Yeah, I guess
try to
I'm
understand it.
feeling like we're given approval for that application, but I just know like broad categories of what you're putting in that
Right.
application.
Mhm.
So I don't know what's been done in the past, but that just feels like normally I would being like given, here's the application that we're submitting. I don't know. I don't remember this coming up before like this. So maybe I'm just not.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I thought last year I did buckets also.
Because what this is, so the last biennium was 23-25, and it's a different process when we're at the beginning of a new biennium. So now we're in another new biennium, 25-27. We do a report each year, but this is this is the actual reporting on the application that we're submitting for the 25-27 biennium.
So maybe it would help to understand, so we're approving the district to apply for monies, grants that can be approved or denied at varying rates. So the application, while we don't see the actual paperwork that is the application, what we're saying is the district wants, the board wants the district to pursue these monies that are going to go to these things with an unknown amount of exact dollars that are coming in, and they'll trickle down to these areas, these targets.
We can certainly print off the budget part of the narrative and send to you.
Yeah, I am fine with the, like, you know, the categories and what's in them. It just seems unusual to be approving this for me, an application without like, and here's what's underneath it. It may just be me. Okay. Okay, that makes much more sense, Tammy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the outcomes and strategies, and then the budget is listed on our website. If you go to About Us and then Public Records, it's listed under integrated programs.
Okay, I didn't know that, so. Okay. Okay. I guess I was tied up in that it's an application and we're approving something that sounds like we're going after certain funding and without knowing what those categories of funding are, that was.
So it sounds like we're getting the funding, we're saying like, here's what we're gonna spend that funding on, so thank you,
Yes. Is that right?
right?
So there's 4 different pots of money. Those were the acronyms that I shared with you. We get funded, and under all 4 of those, we have to, through community input, working with our staff, working with our students, we come up with a plan on how we're going to, what our objectives are, and then how we're going to meet those objectives. And that's what I shared with you,
It's awesome.
Those are
to spend the $2.1 million.
Yeah, those are strategies, is what I heard. They weren't tied to, like, I didn't see like what the outcomes of that, like we'll increase this by this percent or any of that. Okay.
What mechanisms are we using for measuring success in these categories? How are we going to know if we're improving? I know it's a big question.
I know how I'd answer it.
One of the strategies on there was PLC studies, and so I'll speak for the elementary right now. The high school is working on this as well, but so PLCs are groups of teachers that work together that use student data, and it's not student data from assessments that happen just 3 times a year. It's assessments that are happening continuously in our classrooms, and they meet regularly to use that information to plan and guide their instruction. So they're making sure that every student in our school receives core instruction, and those that aren't receiving that core, or understanding or need extra help with that core instruction, are provided immediate intervention to that. And then on the flip side of that, students that are, met that, what's next, man? enriching that for them too. So those are ways that we're tracking student data to make sure that we're leaving that envelope and making sure our kids are, when they get to him, ready for his next step with the college and career ready. Does that answer that question?
Yeah, kind of the answer. I knew the process. I knew you were going to go down that road, and it's important to say because that is the point of the program. Is it's real time. Stop me if I'm wrong. It's good because this puts money into programs that are real time. They capture kids who are falling behind, and it's fun to. It's fun to watch the elementary school in particular come around groups of kids and take the different staff and say, okay, Jimmy is, excelling here. Joey's needing some help here. Okay, we can help him. Let's get Joey a little more over here. Let's get Jimmy some extra over here. And it just caters for a better educational outcome for each individual kid. Is that fair?
Yes, and what I'd say is like we're really deepening our understanding of that, and so that's some of that extra professional development. But Mr. Freeman has allowed me to be super creative with blending our funds, and so we've used our Title II money to be able to provide for a trainer that's come down and provided training for our whole staff. Right now I'm building my guiding coalition, which is helping us roll out the PLC structure at the elementary school, and we're attending a PLC Academy, so it's a 6-day intensive thing where, like, for the next 3 months, well, we're finished with day 3 and 4 this week, we'll be 5 and 6 next time. But it's pretty intense and really good stuff, and I can't wait to see what it's going to be for our students. So.
Awesome. Any more discussion and questions? All right, all those in favor? Pass on the motion? Okay, motion passes. Okay. Do we have any comment cards? I didn't see any, so. Okay. Policy revision. Seemed to be an interesting conversation last time.
This is a different policy.
Oh.
I prematurely turned my mic off. This is the second reading on policy JCAA, and this is the educator ethics policy that I presented to you last time as a recommended policy from OSBA. But if you recall, I talked about how it is a standard for TSPC. It's in statute. This would just be another location that that educators can go to if they have questions about educator ethics.
Okay.
And this is a second reading, so it'd be for adoption.
Okay. So I would entertain a motion to adopt the policy GCAA as presented.
I move to adopt policy GCAA as presented.
Second.
Any
discussion or questions?
Just one question that we did, and the staff had an opportunity to look through all this. You had a chance to look at this policy as well. No red flags came up to anybody, so. I didn't put it in front of the staff. Well, it was available. It was announced last month. I'm assuming if there was an issue.
Like I said, it's straight off of
TLC, yeah.
website that follows the state statute.
Okay, all those in favor? Motion passes. Superintendent Freeman.
Yeah, I got a couple things. First one is super exciting. I look around the room and I know a lot of you enjoy going to Friday Night Lights football games at Glide, watch the Wildcats. And as many of you know, we have a certain spots on the field that really work for our advantage where there's no lights shining there. So we run somebody to the shadows and toss them the ball. And well, we're going to change all that. Principal Dwight and his team looked into what it would cost and some different ways to get new lighting for our football/track facility. And they were able to secure some pretty cool stuff that I'm excited to share with you. Through working with a local contact, many of you probably know Brian Evans, who works for Platt Electric. I don't know if any of you know Central Electric. Is that Ted Hobgood? Ted Hobgood's business out of Sutherland. They came and met with us. They've worked, Brian has worked with Energy Trust gurus to work with school districts in particular, and he was able to secure us some exciting funding. So the overall cost to replace our lights was $71,000. We couldn't afford a $71,000 hit in our budget. But Brian, through his people, were able to secure $48,500 through Senate Bill 1149. And then we have submitted another grant through the Energy Trust Incentive for another $16,550. If we were to get both, well, we know for sure we're getting the first one, the Senate Bill 1149. We qualify for that, and that's our allocated funds. What we're waiting on now is to hear back on the Energy Trust Incentive of $16,500. If we get both of those, then that would be around $6,300 out of the district to have incredible lights for our football track facility. Even if we don't get the incentive, $16,000, that's still $23,000 to upgrade our light system. I could go into a whole list of things, but utmost is probably safety around that facility. Just the safety part of it, the amount of savings that we'll experience to do that over a period of time, it will pay for itself. Ted Hobgood, the electrician, talked about how our current lights, which are obsolete, we can't even find them now. And how many are out right now?
Wow.
Yeah, so we're anticipating another handful to be out the next time we turn them on, and we can't replace them. So I can't remember exactly the wattage, but I want to say our current lights draw like 250 watts or something like that, and the new lights draw like 20.
Wow.
Like it's super significant, the less amount of energy that it's going to take to really light up our facility. We're also looking at lighting around the bleachers, the concession area, and parking lot too, or I know there was some other lights that we're putting in for safety features. Let me clarify that. We're not lighting those. There's actually a computer program that does that.
Oh, that's cool.
That maps it out. So just to clarify, we are not lighting the baseball, softball facilities. We are shining lights out in that direction for supervision. So right now, when kids are back there during games, it's hard to supervise because we can't see. So we are going to shine lights that direction, not to the extent that you could run a night game. Does that help? Yep.
Well, that's exciting.
World according to Robert is we would have all turf fields and a new clubhouse facility and all kinds of stuff. So yes. All right, so that's my most exciting news. I did want to, you kind of heard it alluded to tonight. Our sixth grade is currently at Camp Myrtlewood. Camp Myrtlewood is just out of remote Motor Bridge, somewhere out there in the middle of nowhere. And they're returning home tomorrow. The sixth grade teachers were really excited about this group. They're an incredible group of kids and inquisitive. Last year, I know Tammy and I visited on a day just to see what was going on, and lots of great learning happening out there. So if you get a chance, thank our sixth grade teachers for their willingness to do that. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Monday, financial report.
So you guys have your financial reports, and I'm real happy with where we're at. We're on target with our revenue and expenditures, so that's all good. And then I just wanted to remind everybody that we have a budget meeting on April 28th at 6 p.m. So I'm happy that we have a full budget committee now, and hope to see everybody on April 28th.
I think we're going to be down one person at that meeting. I think it was Did Bob Murray send you a email? Might be missing a person, but we'll be all right. Right? Yeah. All right. Thank you. Individual board members.
Yes, first thing is last Wednesday, they had their food truck. Being a professional eater, they did. I did get hardly enough. The person I had in first place didn't win. I don't know why that was, but I guess I wasn't professional enough either. But no, it was really quite enjoyable, and the kids come in. I don't know if the entire school gets to go in after we were done. Is that the way it works? All the high schools got to come in. Yes, and they went in there like they cleaned it up. So
That's awesome.
yes, it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. I probably see if I can get that job again.
Yeah.
Did a pretty good job as far as jobs go.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody had to do it. Yes, there we go, yeah.
Amen.
And then Noah was saying there was 50 kids out for track, and I don't know how many out for baseball. I'm excited about the kids doing the extracurricular activities. The band must be huge also. So, I like it. Yes,
Yeah, it's awesome.
in the play. Yes, so I really like to see that. So I think on our, the entire school, what we did earlier, and getting kids involved is pretty good. And that's kind of how we get judged on. Back to those things, it's like, we can all see kids are taking more stuff than they were. And then the 5th of May, we're leaving, so I will miss the budget meetings after then, and I will not make May's school board meeting. I might have a computer and do something overly, really needs a tough decision. I'll be sure not to tune in. We are going to travel back to Maine, so we will be gone, but we will be back before graduation.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yes. If I want an Atlantic lobster, I want to go back there and get it myself.
Yeah.
Basically, I guess that's about it. And then I did want to know how many seniors do we have this year?
Oh, yeah. Graduating.
47. No. You'll push him a little. Okay. that's all I have.
Cool, thank you.
Just to go off what John said, I was scribbling up, you said the 50 track, and I came up with about 130 kids, if I guessed, on how many kids on baseball and softball and band, and then drama, and I don't know about OSA, I don't know how difficult that, 6 or 7, so it's a healthy chunk of the population of the school. 130 to 140 kids are involved in the thing. There's 34 out for baseball? I went with
That's awesome.
15. So, yeah, so it's awesome. Big numbers.
So talking about baseball, I do want to shout out and acknowledge, and I want it on the record that I really appreciate Carrie. I was down at, because again, my son is assistant coach, and I was down at the field, and you were down there power washing all of the bleachers. And so I just want to, I just think that not only showed the kids, and because my son was like, I thought that was the principal, but I wasn't sure. And so then I pointed you out, and he's like, yeah, that was him. He was down there, and the kids were talking about it. And they saw that too, and the kids talked about it. And so I will also say, though, that a lot of them didn't show up for the field day, and they're using that as an opportunity also to talk with the kids about, it's not just about playing, it's also about, you show up and you help contribute and clean up the fields. And so there was a lot of, I think, really great modeling that you did. So I wanted to shout that out. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. I just was thinking just like what an incredible amount of students that we have engaged in a lot of different activities, which I think is amazing, and it contributes to the culture. And I read that band email, and dang, like, wow, I was just like so impressed with all of the things that were being considered. And so I don't know how many are going to go forward, but wow, and to engage the parents, and like, we want you to have a conversation about what would be best for your students. So again, I was just very impressed by that. And thank you for also including us in those emails, because it really helps me feel like I'm connected, I know what's going on. I can also talk to other people about it and say, oh, and by the way, did you know? And so that is just really great. So
Super helpful.
Shout out. Looking forward to seeing Noah at the play. I will be there.
All I gotta say is, this is a great place. And it's the people in this room that have made that happen. And the people that were here earlier, too. And I'm just tickled pink. I'm glad to come every time. Glad I get to come.
I just wanted to thank our 3 board members for being brave enough to run for another term. Super grateful. I feel like we have a really good board right now that's everybody's got different perspectives, and I think that's what makes us really healthy. So thank you for, especially you. You've been in it for so long, and you must have been like, oh. So thank you so much. Also, just an update, I'm going to Lobby Day next week in Salem on the 24th, representing the Rural Caucus for the Oregon School Board Association. And we're keeping track of some of the measures that are being pushed through. Some of them are a little concerning that are still in movement right now that would be an extra burden on smaller districts. So we're going there to do some finagling, hopefully. So, yes, it's called Arm Twisting Day. It's Lobby Day up at the Capitol in Salem. I've got a week before that goes down, so if anybody has things or concerns, please get a hold of me. And that's all I have. So Thank you all for always being here. Appreciate it. All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you.